My name is Samantha Renee with Fandomverse Comics, back with more comic book news. So I am going to dive into the new releases. I'm going to start with DC and then dive into Marvel and the Indie since DC does come out first. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about what I collected for myself last week, what I collected this week, and what I'm hoping to collect later on. So stay tuned. Alright, so last week I did collect a couple things for myself. I got me, the first one everybody's going to know is going to be Catwoman, #1 Future State, Shazam #1 Future State. I did also snag myself Batman, the next Batman #2, which is a thicker book. There was a Gotham City Sirens in here in the back, short story in the back, and then we also had Batgirls. So I enjoyed the two little side stories, definitely did. So the first one I do want to talk about is going to be Batman Black and White, and the cover I did snag for myself is the Catwoman cover right here. The Catwoman variant where she's on the chair with a couple cats on the bottom. I just loved. So there's also a bunch of amazing covers and I'm going to share them all right here as well. And the next one on my list is going to be, so I think this one's kind of like, it's funny that this one's coming out now. I mean, what is the date going to be? January. It's like the end of January. But anyways, so the next one on my list is going to be Batman The Adventures Continue, #8, and that's a holiday special, basically about Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn want to have like a throw a party, and they decided not to invite somebody, and this person is really upset and decides to, you know, get back at him by sending them this gift, like this, you know, to the party, and then Batman's trying to intersect it. My guess it's Joker, only because it's Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, both two people who don't really care for Joker, and he's sending a gift and he loves things like that. Next one on my list is actually my favorite so far with all the DCs. I did have a chance to read this one, and that one is gonna be Batman White Knight, Harley Quinn, book 4. So this book, I'm curious to see if any of the other books that are coming out this week will top this one. I enjoy the art style. So the two who wrote this, we have Katana Collins and Sean Murphy, and the inside artwork is by Mateo. And I love everything about this book. I love the story. I love the way they do the villains. I'm just all for it. I really wish I would have picked up Batman White Knight like before this, because I didn't like, I love this so much. Now I'm like, I'm curious to see if the first, what happened before all of this madness is just as good. So book 4 is here. We also have a B cover that is by, I believe that one, the B cover is by Mateo as well. And then Sean, I think, is the one who did this cover. I think he does all the A covers mainly. All right, and next on my list is gonna be Aquaman #1 Future State. So this is mainly now Jackson Hyde has taken over as Aquaman, now that Mirren and Arthur Curry are kind of just, you know, in the background. And so now he has taken on the sidekick of Andy Curry, who is Aquaman and Mira's daughter. So I can't even say Aquaman anymore. I guess I gotta say Arthur. But anyways, I'm curious to see what they do, because I feel like in the beginning she's going to start off young, but I'm thinking time passes, because if you saw in the previous issues for like Justice League and things like that, she's grown. So I'm pretty sure they're going to go and dive into that. I did see somewhere it's like she does get a new power revealed in there. And the next one on my list is going to be Future State Batman vs. Superman, which this one, Future State's jumping around all over on the timeline, which is getting kind of confusing, but I'm guessing this is like the prequel to everything, because Batman's still alive and Superman is still Superman. So I know they're fighting the magistrate like in the early stages of them taking over, which kind of I want to snag, only because I am curious how that even all started, because I feel like there's this huge gap after what happened in Dark Knight's Death Metal. So probably gonna snag that one just so I can figure out if it is gonna give me any more information about it. All right, and one I did picked up but didn't have a chance to read was Batman, no, not Batman, The Dark Detective #2. So I did snag this one. I haven't read it yet. It is a thicker book. I think the price point's at what, $5.99? Not too bad. So, and there's featuring Red Hood in this issue. I really did like the first one, but I feel like I just finished it, so I wanted to give myself kind of a break. And so I'm just gonna wait. I have so many more things I need to read, but I will read it before Friday. And the next one I do want to dive into is one that the cover kind of caught me off guard. So then when I read the synopsis, I was like, I still am a little lost. So that's going to be Future State Suicide, #1. And this is basically Amanda Waller with revamping the X-Force team, whatnot, and her image of how they should look, which honestly just looks like Justice League all crazy and twisted. Like Aquaman, what is going on with his face? I don't know. But they all look a little, yeah. So that might be one I might read down the road, just because I think the cover caught my attention. And there's a couple side stories in there that, there's one with Black Adam in the back that I might want to snag also, just because I like Black Adam, so yes. And one I forgot to grab, but I'm definitely grabbing for myself and reading before Friday, and that is going to be Future State Superman and the Imperious Lex. Is that what it was? Imperious Lex, #1. So the reason why I kind of want to grab that one, because 1, I love Lex Luthor. 2, a Lex Luthor utopia of sorts. Like, you know that's going to fall apart and just craziness is going to happen. So do want to see, especially when you see the cover and you see like an outline around his face, you know he's clearly has aged. I mean, it's in the future, but is he wearing like is he wearing a mask? Or is he got like surgery done? I don't know. We'll find out. But basically that's all the DC I want to talk about. But now let's dive into Marvel and the indies, because there's a couple big ones coming out this week. All right, so now let's dive into the Marvel. The first one on my list is, of course, is me Amazing Spider-Man #58. I'm actually surprised because for a while we were having Amazing Spider-Man come out every single week. And then last week we had a pause, and now Amazing Spider-Man is back. That one will be out. I'll show the covers right here as well. One that I'm actually surprised is on my list is going to be Conan the Barbarian #. That one is actually, I feel like every week it's getting ordered more and more, but that one will be out here. I'll show those covers right here. And the one to follow that one, which I can't wait to read. I'm trying to figure out if this issue will top the Harley Quinn, but that will be Department of Truth #5. Supposedly it's rumored that this is going to be a big issue. There's going to be finally a full appearance of a villain in here. That might just be a rumor, but that's what I was told, and I love Department of Truth, so I'm ready to snag that. Bring on all the conspiracies, all the craziness, the art style, I'm all for it as well. And one that's consistently ordered and one that people love is Kaiju Score, and we have #3 coming out this week as well. And another big one that is coming out this week is going to be Something is Killing the Children, #14. I can't wait to continue this story. I know a lot of people are digging it. I'm still digging it, so that will be out this week as well. All right, and one that I'm actually very surprised is on my list this week, and that's going to be Spawn 314. I feel like Spawn is starting to pick up some speed, and I feel like every time it comes out, more and more people are ordering it. Literally, I was just thinking after watching a YouTube video about how they were breaking down the movie and why it was so good, because it was so like, yes, it was corny, but it was true like to the comic feel and the relationship between the clown and Spawn. And I was like, you know, I just want to pick up, I think I want to pick up Spawn to read. And then I see that and I see a bunch of people ordering it. I said, clearly I'm not alone. But yes, that will be out this week as well. I'll share the covers right here. All right, you guys, and some more that I do want to add to the list is going to be Daredevil #26. So this is after we kind of announced Elektra has taken over as Daredevil, but she might be in over her head. I am curious after, I mean, Elektra's Daredevil. I mean, why not? So that one's going to be, 26 will be out this week as well. And also just a heads up for everybody who is collecting Star Wars High Republic #1, the second printing will be out as well. And let's talk about Strange Academy #7. So in here, I do think there is a possible death. Strange can't save them all. And a huge secret will be revealed about the campus, or what's going on behind the campus. And finally, one I've been waiting for, and that's going to be Wolverine #9. There's a specific cover I've been wanting so bad of the whole Alien run, and that is Wolverine versus the Alien. So that will be out finally, just because I was like, come on now, his claws versus acid alien blood. Wonder what kind of combo that will be. Anyways, there's an auction going on with all the superhero artifacts that Wolverine is attending, and supposedly Weapon X is part of the auction. Anyways. All right, and next one that I do want to talk about is going to be X-Men #17, which I do feel like is going to be mainly about Storm, just because it does say in the synopsis, Storm the Empire. And I know this is mainly going to talk about Cyclops, Storm, and Marvel girl. So, and finally, we do have a final issue this week as well, and that's gonna be We Only Find Them When They Are Dead, number 5. The story is finally done, so you might want to add that one to your list as well. So those are basically all the long list of comics I want to talk about this week, but stay tuned because I'll have another video coming out shortly. Oh, and please don't forget to do that social media thing where you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.